popular minivan on the block.
Oh, some nervous Stampeder fans here at McMahon Stadium. 6 of the past 7 years, it's been an all-Alberta Western final. And the Saskatchewan Roughriders trying to change that. Hey, next week, next Saturday, horse racing's richest day, the Breeders' Cup. Join Brian Williams and Jim Bannon for the Breeders' Cup. 1:30 Eastern, 10:30 on the West Coast. JP Escuerdo over the 40 to the 43-yard line. 13-yard kickoff return. And Dave Dickinson, a promising opening drive in the second half, and now goes back to work. They're going to have to get in the end zone sooner or later, Dave.
Yeah, I thought he had a good drive in the first drive of the second half. Actually had a ball right on the money to Danielson that he couldn't come up with in the end zone, but he's getting good field position. He's not locked in on his end of the field, all the way out to the 43-yard line with a good return by JP Escuerdo. So now he's got some room to operate.
We got Bobby Jurison. Gear up the defense. Hits over the middle to the Saskatchewan 50. And Dickinson's got that lane to the slots opening up now.
And the lane is created, Chris, as you alluded to, by the offensive line. The offensive line keeping the defenders out of his face. Dave can now see. And Alan Pitts understands zone as well as any receiver in this league. Finds the crease. Dickinson puts it on him.
First down Stamps. 6 receivers. Here's Pitts again. Close to the 40, close to a first down.
Close to 10 yards.
Ron gets the tackle.
Well, Alan Pitts again. Alan Pitts is right down here. He's going to come up in this area, and they're going to run some defenders towards Allen. Ron Getz is going to run out there. So is the defensive back, Ulmer. But because of his knowledge of coverage, Allen understands, hey, I've got a guy over me and a guy coming from the inside, so I'll slide back to my quarterback, give him a throwing lane. It's a good guy to find, number 18. He knows coverage as well as anybody that's played the receiver position in this league.
Less than a half yard. Dickinson to Anderson. And Kevin Anderson chews off 6.
Well, the running game and the passing game work hand in hand. If the passing game begins to work, now they start flooding people out to cover people. Now there's not enough people up to stop the run. And a good surge by the offensive line, and those 2 big fullbacks, Duclair and Ford, give Anderson a running lane.
First time today, Calgary has moved the chains on the run. Dickinson in trouble, now got it away. JP Escuerdo still going, down to the 15. The University of Calgary product with his first catch of the day, and it's 19 yards.
Well, already 2 big plays in this drive by Escuerdo. He took the short kick as Dale Joseph has stayed down, but Escuerdo took the short kick, had a nice 15-yard return, and here a scrambling Dickinson finds Escuerdo coming back to help his quarterback. And then some nice run after the catch. He breaks the Vincent Donaldson tackle, makes Ron Getz miss, gets up the field for a nice gain.
Escuerdo is one of those guys that follows the Grey Cup around. He has 3 rings, 2 with Toronto and 1 with Edmonton. And there's Dale Joseph getting attention.
Dale Joseph, number 21.
You'll never get left out in the cold with MotoMaster, Canada's #1 selling brand of batteries. Available only at Canadian Tire, Canada's auto parts store, made better.
One thing you notice, Dave, is the poise of this young quarterback. Usually a guy in his first year or 2 in the league can be flustered easily, but Dickinson looks like a veteran.
Yeah, he stepped in. You could tell talking to him on the field before the game that because of that Toronto experience 3 or 4 weeks ago when he got to play the whole ball game, that stepping in for Jeff Garcia, who was injured early in the ball game, would be something he would relish, and he's played that way. And it looks like Jeff Garcia has had a little influence as to what Dave Dickinson is going to have an opportunity to do as they've gone to a 5-wide receiver pack. Dwayne Ford, the fullback, is out of the game. J.P. Escuerdo, the 5th receiver, is in. Already paid dividends with a nice play by Escuerdo.
You know, Wally Buono thought it was a bit of a blessing that Garcia didn't play that Toronto game. Got a week off just to reinvigorate himself. It turned out the blessing was that Dickinson got some action. 298 yards passing in the game against Toronto. First down, Dickinson throwing, and a completion inside the 5 to Terry Vaughn. And it's another first down as Gary Rogers got caught up in a little discussion.
Terry Vaughn's right up here. He's going to run the curl route for his quarterback. It's man coverage, Vaughn one-on-one, and the ball's well thrown to the outside shoulder. Donaldson has no shot to knock it down. Dickinson playing at a different level right now.
Jason Mallett checked in for Dale Joseph. First and goal, pressure on. A completion to Anderson. All he got was a yard, maybe a couple on the play.
Ryan Terry, number 31, pushed him out of bounds.
Well, Dickinson signaled to the coaches on the sideline, and Anderson got him down to the 2-yard line. They're actually on the 3 after the completion. As a quarterback, you always embellish those situations so you get another shot, right? Good catch by an underthrown ball, but a lot of pressure on Dickinson. Got the ball out to Anderson.
Ryan Carey was right there defensively. They got stopped up at the 4 the last time. Let's see if they can move it in. Second and goal. Rush on in the end zone. Incomplete. Travis Moore, the intended receiver. Third down. And they look back to the Calgary bench. They went for the field goal the last time.
Well, you're only given so many opportunities. They failed last time, had to kick the field goal. This time, Tony Marciano's going to go for it. He's going to let his young quarterback try to make a play.
A pivotal play in the game. Third and goal. Here comes the rush. Touchdown. Vince Danielson.
Well, he went right back to Danielson. Danielson had missed the pass the previous drive. They had to settle for 3. The blitz comes right up the middle, and the young quarterback finds Danielson, who had 91 receptions, second most on the year. Just inside, blitz coverage. Danielson at 6'4", goes up and makes the catch. Big play.
Calgary's top Canadian this year. And there's a couple of guys in the booth that can't believe he's not the top Canadian in the West. It's a 2013 game as Danielson and the Stamps get back in it. Vince Danielson eased the loss of Dave Sapunjas in Calgary this year with a brilliant season.
There's the 2 linebackers. That's Ron Getz. That's Greg Clark. They're blitzing. Nobody in the middle field. Dickinson reads it. Puts it right on Danielson for the touchdown.
7-point game. Here's Titus Winans. And Winans up to the 33. And
Barkley with Jeff Reinbold. Jeff, just before that huge third down gamble, you were saying go for the field goal. What do you think of that decision?
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that, but I'll tell you what, that shows me an awful lot about Wally. He's got tremendous confidence in his football team. Now you feel the energy in the stadium. It's an all-or-nothing shot, but credit Wally, he did it. Now Greg Marshall's got to come back as the defensive coordinator and put a scheme together to stop the 5- and 6-man package that you're seeing out of Calgary. This is what it's all about, great coaching in the playoffs.
Back-to-back drives for the Stamps and lots of guts. Chris?
I like the call only because if it doesn't work, you've still got the other team backed up. But the bottom line was Calgary needed a score, and they got one. Here's Saunders on the option pitch. Trying to turn the corner up to the 42. And that will be close to a first down.
Nearly 10 yards on the run.
And good idea by Reggie Slack. Come right back and get Mike Saunders involved in the game. This is an option. This is the fake inside to Danielson. Get Saunders on the corner. Marvin Pope had gotten pulled in by the fake. Saunders gets to the corner and picks up almost a first down.
That makes it easy.
And he's just short.
Find a flight that fits your schedule. Canadian Airlines, the way you want to fly.
Almost a free down for Saskatchewan.
Well, they've got to know their short yardage back if Saunders is on the sidelines. That means the big crew is in the game, which takes a lot of your big play opportunities away. If you're going to play fake and throw the football down the field, expect them just to pound this one straight ahead to pick up the first down, move the chains.
2:18 to go in the third quarter. A touchdown separating these two teams in the Western Semi. Ray Biggs moved early, and the flags are down.
Well, Reggie's using the hard count. You can see his head bobbing a little bit. Probably could have called him for pulling people off, but he's going to pull the defense off with the staggered count. Watch Reggie's head. Let's see if he bobs his head.
First down.
Not supposed to do that as a quarterback. You're not supposed to entice anybody off with your body movement. Reggie used the head. He's going to bob the head real hard. There it is. And he got Raymond Biggs. That's a veteran quarterback using the count.
Dan Comiskey is down, getting attention. The rookie on this offensive line, and it has held up nicely today. Young group put together here. Rookies at both guard positions.
Well, what's happened is their offense has changed a little bit from last week. They're not keeping both their backs in all the time to block. Now they're spreading the field a little bit, declaring the rushers for their offensive line. Ben Fairbrother will come in and take Comiskey's place. But they've declared things a little bit more up front for that offensive group, and they've played well up front, sorting out the run game and the passing game.
There's Ben Fairbrother, and a little conflict of interest Roger Reinson was telling us about today. Fairbrother lives in the basement at the Reinson household in Regina. There's Roger, former Regina Ram.
Yeah, he thought about throwing him out of the house for a week for this game before he was able to come back, but
at least raise the rent.
Yeah.
So Fairbrother, the long snapper, comes in, and Comiskey will sit down for at least a couple of plays. First down for the Green Riders. The Saskatchewan 47. They fake the counter, and Slack gets outside, and Reggie runs for the first down. 15 yards for Slack, who has been a dangerous running attack on his own today.
Well, he came in with the mindset that I am going to be a factor running the football. And he knows right now he's running. He does a little pump fake for window dressing, but he's getting up the field. He's run well all day long. You know, with Fairbrother coming in the game at offensive line with Comiskey hurt, he now slides the tackle, and now Mikowski slides down to the guard. So a little bit of a shakeup on the offensive line for Gary Hoffman's offensive line.
Now Slack looks deep, wide open. Curtis Mayfield. Had he kept his feet, might have scored. 30 yards on the catch for the Superfly, who got tangled up on his own.
Your receiver's right in here. He's going to run across the field versus man coverage. And I don't know how he falls down here. The turf monster grabbed his foot. He catches that on the run. It's a touchdown. The ball's well thrown right on the money, and he just falls down.
Fifth catch for Mayfield, 96 yards. Slack rolling right. Mayfield was in the end zone. He goes to Narcisse. And Donald Narcisse bounced around inside the 5. 15 for the veteran wideout.
Chris, you know what Reggie Slack is doing is he's doing a good job of sorting out where the good throw is. Reggie had a chance that time to throw the corner route to Curtis Mayfield again. Didn't like the way it looked. Donald Narcisse slid back down the sidelines to give him a throwing lane. He puts it on Narcisse, makes the good, solid, safe throw, yet moves the chains. This is something Reggie Slack's been doing the whole game, keeping Narcisse involved in the game. Narcisse has done a good job of bailing his quarterback out.
First and goal from the 4 on the final play of quarter 3. Daniels inside and not much there. Big Daddy in on the tackle. We're 45 minutes into it, and the Riders have the lead and are looking for more. That's Cal Murphy. Jim Daly in the discussion with Reggie Slack during the break. As we check out the numbers through 45 minutes on our Canadian Tire stats board.
Again, Saskatchewan's owned the football, which has allowed them to rack up the numbers, but they just keep moving the chains. And the old adage, you move the chains, the goal line's going to hit you in the face eventually, and that's exactly what they've done. Now they're faced with this big 2nd down and 3 call from the 3-yard line.
This drive for Saskatchewan, 5 plays, 74 yards. And now 3 yards from pay dirt. 2nd and goal. Slack on his own, now flips. Saunders, touchdown.
Well, it's a good call by the coaching staff because they put their guy up to bat, Mike Saunders. Saunders was the guy we featured at the top that we felt he needed to be big time involved with this offense, and he has been. This is just the option play that they'd run successfully early in the drive. Good fake inside to hold Miles and all the inside guys. And now Kalen has to try to make a touchdown-saving tackle. He can't. Not in spades against Mike Saunders.
So the Saskatchewan Roughriders answer right back after the Stampeder touchdown. McCallum adds the point after, and it's a 14-point lead again. Mark?
Well, Chris, despite Calgary's field goal and touchdown in the 3rd quarter, as you mentioned, Saskatchewan has matched Jeff. A whole quarter of football has gone by, and Calgary is no further ahead.
No closer, and that starts to work on you after a while. What do you got to do? You take a big 3rd down risk on the 4-yard line, punch the ball in. They come out and answer. I give Gary Hoffman a lot of credit. They put a little wrinkle in. They run the option. They had shown no option all season long. Put it in on the goal line. Great job of coaching, and every aspect of Saskatchewan, kicking game and defense, has risen to the occasion.
All right, Jeff, and so Saskatchewan with probably a huge upset in the making with 1 quarter of football to go, Chris.
Jim Daly's not taking this one to the bank yet, but
is Jeff Reinbold just drinking water down there is what I want to know. Good option play. Drew everybody inside. Kalen probably has the pitch back in that situation, just was not able to get out there. Well designed, well run. Execution is what is a big part of offensive football. They out-executed Calgary's defense.
Hey, Dave.
Yes, sir.
I just got to throw him a bone, you know what I'm saying?
You know, Dave, I made a terrible mistake today talking with Mike Saunders. I thought he went to the same school as you, Iowa, but...
No, you can't ever put me in the Iowa category. Iowa State. We hate the Hawkeyes.
Yep, and Mike made sure I realized that because Iowa won yesterday. Apparently, Iowa State didn't.
Well, that's not a surprise. The last time Iowa State beat Iowa was in 1982, so I've lost a lot of money to Mike Saunders.
Well, Dave Dickinson
58 yards.
The margin is 14 as you take the field again, just as it was the last time you led your offense out. So we're going to test the mettle of Dickinson, the young quarterback, again. Starting from the 35. Looking for Danielson, who makes the catch. Todd McMillan there to limit the gain to maybe 5.
Number 9, Todd McMillan on the coverage.
Now, once again, the blitz. They're coming after Dickinson. They're trying to put the young guy in the kitchen and heat it up on him. Makes a good throw against blitz coverage here to Danielson. These are the kind of things he has to do. If they blitz him, get something positive out of the play. He does there.
2nd and 5. 6 receivers out. Here comes the blitz, and they get to him. Alexander burst through there. And a sack of Dave Dickinson.
Loss of 13 yards.
That's the first poor read by Dave Dickinson. They're going to zone things off. Travis Moore comes open underneath, and Dickinson does not see him. Travis Moore's going to come inside, and he's going to be open right here. And they don't see him. Wide open. Dickinson didn't find him. That would have extended the drive.
Now the kid Alexander with the sack had 10 on the year, tied with Bobby Jurison for 4th in the CFL. Shannon Baker drops deep. Big play for the Saskatchewan defense. End over end punt. Bouncing to Baker. Aldi Henry knocked the ball loose. Does Baker get on it? Calgary says they've got it. And they do. Aldi Henry stripping the ball away from Baker. And the Stamps get some breathing room.
What's up, Lansing? I love y'all.
Well, it was yesterday. Wally Bono said Aldi Henry was quite a pickup. He's just got the ability to give our team a lift on special teams. He just did.
Yeah, we talked about the grinders at halftime to the Eastern semifinal, and there's one of the grinders. Aldi Henry steps in and makes a play. That's the only time he gets to play is on special teams. He's made a big one for his team.
At the Saskatchewan 35. 4 receivers go right for Calgary. Now they swing the ball that side. And Vaughn will throw to Esquerdo, and he couldn't come up with it as the pass was delivered behind the intended receiver.
Well, Terry Vaughn actually has 3 receivers in the pattern for him, and he tries to take a bigger chunk than he really needs. He underthrows J.P. Esquerdo, but he had Alan Pitts, who just splashed to the screen wide open. I don't think Esquerdo expected him to throw the ball to him.